Hi guys, how's it going? Hope you're all staying safe and well and fighting the good fight. Today I'm going to be making Ube Jam, or also known as Ube Halaya. Traditionally, this jam is spread on bread and it's used in other desserts such as halo-halo. Some people, though, like to eat it just as is. In fact, so many of my friends tell me they could just eat this by the spoonful straight out of the jar. Jarred ube jam is usually readily available at Asian or Filipino grocery stores, but I wanted to make it from scratch using fresh ube, using ingredients that I like. Yes, that means I have broken with tradition a little bit. This recipe does not contain sweetened condensed milk or evaporated milk as you would normally find. I also added enough sugar to give the jam flavor but not make it cloyingly sweet. So, let's get started. I've got 1 cup of whole milk, or 8 ounces, half a cup of brown sugar, or 50 grams, 3 tablespoons of butter, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've got my ube pieces here that have been boiled for about 25 minutes. I cut them up before I cooked them. I would suggest cutting them even smaller than what I had done here, as that will probably reduce your cooking time. This is about 1 pound or 2 large ube plants. I'm removing the skins now. After boiling, you can see it is so much easier to peel. Although I wish I had waited a little longer to peel them because these are really hot. But hey, maybe if I keep doing this, I'll build up my tolerance, and then I'll be just as gangsta as all the lolas and titas who have made this from scratch. Now that I've got all my ube peeled, it's time to combine them with the rest of the ingredients. I'm just going to throw everything into a sauce pot because everything needs to cook together. So, as I had mentioned, I wish I had cut the ube pieces slightly smaller. Although I did cook the ube until it was fork tender, this plant is really sturdy. By cutting it smaller, using a potato masher, or even grating it, I probably would have saved myself the trouble in this next step. By the way, I'm waiting till the last minute to add the vanilla extract. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I added a dash of salt to this mixture as well, because I want to accentuate all the flavors. I'm going to turn on the heat to medium-high, and just let the ube soften up some more in the milk and butter mixture. My goodness, I didn't realize we were cooking rhinoceros horn. Here I am, mashing the ube against the side of the saucepan, trying not to slosh milk all over the place, and longing desperately for a handheld food processor to save me. I have so much respect for the lolas and the titas out there who used to do this by hand back in the old days. My goodness, they must have had biceps for days if they could do this by hand. Or, they were smart and mashed the ube beforehand. Not like me. I've sort of figured out a trick where I do a stir and mash method. A twist of the wooden spoon in the pot and then a mash. Flourish and mash. Flourish and mash. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, I think it's coming together. You can see the mixture homogenizing and taking on a strong purple color. I've seen some recipes that add ube extract to the dish as well, which I believe adds some extra purple coloring, though I'm not sure if it does anything for the actual flavor. I couldn't find ube extract in my local stores, sadly. Things are sold out these days because, pandemic. Wow, that is looking beautiful. That purple color is so deep and luscious. The mixture is nice and thick too. I am totally okay with a few lumps in the dish. It makes it feel more rustic and homemade. I like knowing that this was made with actual, real ube and not an artificial flavor or some other weird additive. Now that it's come together, I'm finally adding the vanilla extract. I didn't want the flavor to cook out, so I waited until the last minute for this step. I'm going to take this out of the saucepan now and into a baking pan. I want this to cool down and solidify, so by transferring it to a baking pan, the larger surface area can allow the jam to cool down much faster. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's so thick. Hey. Oh, it's so steamy too. Gosh, that purple color is so great. It's so deep. I am just so amazed I didn't have to add food coloring or anything else to bump up the color. That is all natural. I'm going to give this some time to set up now, first on the counter, and then I will transfer it to the fridge. I left mine in the fridge overnight, so I'm not exactly sure how many hours it took for it to set up, but if I were to guess, maybe around 4 to 6 hours. Okay, here's what the ube jam looks like after it's had time to set up and rest. I cannot get over that purple color. It is just so amazing. I'm going to take out a spoonful so I can show you guys the consistency of the jam. Sorry for the shadow puppet my hand is making. Ah, that looks perfect. Nice and creamy. So now I'm going to show you some of the ways that this can be eaten, both traditional and one not so traditional. Take a warm bun, preferably pandesal, also known as Filipino bread roll. Now, please forgive me, I don't actually have any pandesal right now, so I'm substituting a Hawaiian roll, but they are somewhat similar. Take a warmed roll and spread some butter on it, then spread the ube jam. Serve with coffee and enjoy. Here's another traditional recipe, and this is served with ice cream. Take a warm roll again, no butter this time. Spread on some jam, and then we are going to add 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream. The ice cream scoop is way bigger than the Hawaiian roll. I believe in the Philippines this is a street snack and is typically served in either a hamburger bun, yeah I know, weird right, or in a pandesal roll, but since I don't have either of those right now, this is the best I can do. Okay, I'm really excited for this one. Are you ready for the non-traditional recipe? Take a glass, then spread some jam along the sides of the glass, and then add 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream. Top it with some crushed Oreo cookies. And hey, why not add a dollop of the ube jam just for presentation? That looks all right. That doesn't look half bad, right? This is definitely non-traditional. But if you have ever had taro smoothies with Oreos at a boba shop, you might have some idea of what this tastes like. And that's it! I've transferred the finished jam into a mason jar and it is ready to be used. I've got some more experiments to do with this jam, so be sure to subscribe to see what else I cook up. If you like this recipe, please do show me some love. Give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends or your lolas and your titas. And be safe out there. Peace.